Let's talk about one of those movers, and that is Zoom, giving investors something to cheer about, at least initially here, after beating expectations, boosting its full-year sales and profit outlook. Yet we're seeing the stock under a bit of pressure at the open, off just about 5.5%. The video conferencing company saw customers who contributed over $100,000 in revenue jump over 13% in the quarter, and business customers rise about 5%. For more on these results, we want to bring in Kelly Steckelberg, the CFO of Zoom. Kelly, it's great to see you here. So certainly some impressive numbers. You were also able to get a better handle on churn during the quarter. What do you attribute that to?
So good morning. Thanks for having me. In our online segment, we announced 3.0% churn, which is the lowest we have ever reported. And that's thanks to a lot of great work by our online team, where they have been focused on bringing new products to the platform, also expanding to new payment types, new payment abilities, and that's really opening up the funnel at the top and attracting more talent. And then by having those customers be able to buy additional products like Zoom Scheduler, like Whiteboard, it really improves the overall retention rate. So we're really excited about the progress that we're making there and look forward to ongoing stabilization in our online segment.
What type of additional or incremental margin do you see when there is kind of an add-on of a new service that Zoom is selling into its existing portfolio client base?
So we have so many add-on products. We have our Zoom Phone product, which we announced yesterday crossed over 7 million seats. So thrilled about that progress. We have our recently added Zoom Contact Center, which we announced crossed over 700 customers yesterday. And then, of course, we have Zoom AI Companion, which, everybody's talking about AI. And in just 2 short months, we've had over 200,000 accounts activate Zoom AI Companion. So really excited about that. And what that continues to do is increase the retention on the platform, as well as you said, each of those products continues to add margin. And, we announced yesterday we were able to beat on both the top line and the profitability metrics. So really excited about the future.
Kelly, you mentioned AI and Zoom's initiatives there, and I want to bring up what happened over the weekend, over the last couple of days with Sam Altman out at OpenAI and what exactly that means for the future of AI, the broader landscape. But before we get into that, more specifically, one of the reasons that he was reportedly ousted was because he wasn't taking into account the risk that's associated with AI and what exactly that could look like here. I'm curious how you are approaching that and trying to balance, obviously, the opportunity for future growth when you associate your products or when you incorporate AI versus trying to account for some of that risk that's out there as well.
So we make every decision at Zoom thinking about it from a customer's perspective. And so the approach we've taken from AI is that we have a federated approach, meaning we do work with OpenAI, but we also work with Anthropic, we work with Meta, and we have our own models that we're developing. And so what that does is ensure that we're able to offer our customers the best quality and also the best service. And by doing that, it's vendor management, right? It makes sure that we have the right vendor out there for it. And then we also announced earlier this year that we, of course, take our customers' privacy very seriously, and we don't use any customer data to train our models. And that gives our customers comfort that their data is always secure and they don't have to be concerned about it being leveraged to train any of our models.
And so in the work that you've been doing with OpenAI to this point, in the kind of launching of Zoom IQ, even that was announced earlier this year, when you think about the now fallout that's taken place at OpenAI and some of the changeover that's going to be taking place, as well as some of the brain trust that has already signed their names to say, hey, we're going to be out if we don't figure out some sort of way to rectify the situation at the board level. Does that impact your company and some of the roadmap that you've set forth?
We have an amazing CTO, XD, who joined us earlier this year, and he is an expert in this area and understands all of these models and how to use them, again, for the best success of our customers in terms of response rate and accuracy. And so I really have trust in him that he understands the landscape and is able to work with all of these companies and partners in the best way to, again, get the best result for our customers.
Kelly, and taking a look at the street reaction to your numbers, broadly positive, but there are a few analysts that are bringing up some of the significant headwinds that faces Zoom, specifically also the broader landscape right now when you take a look at the slowing economy. But when it comes to Zoom, the threat here, the looming threat from Microsoft, how do you continue to fend off what is largely viewed as by far the leader within the space?
So we are continuing to innovate and expand our platform, as I mentioned earlier, and we are thrilled with the progress we're making across both the customer experience side of our platform as well as the employee experience side of our platform. And we know that our customers love Zoom. They know us and trust us because we transform their meeting experience, and they're coming to us now for ongoing expansion into Zoom Phone, for example, Zoom Contact Center. And we are excited about the future and continuing to serve these customers in that way. You know, we announced some amazing customers yesterday using Contact Center, for example, like Dropbox. We've talked about Major League Baseball in the past, and that's just the beginning. And we look forward to continuing to serve and expand these customers over time.
All right, Kelly, you've reminded me that I need to change my backgrounds across Zoom, Google Meet, and Teams, and everything else that I'm accepting video conference meetings on now to a more holiday-themed one after this show. Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate the time, as always. Kelly Steckelberg, Zoom CFO.
Thank you.
Thanks.